All right, good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me on another great episode of your favorite political talk show, The Truth with Ben Jokes. Now, tension is on the increase as Nigerians continue to gear up for the nationwide End Bad Governance protest. The APC government, too, is not relenting in its effort to stop the protest. They have even gone to the point of paying some youths in Abuja 1,500 naira each to boycott the protest. 1,500 naira, that is less than $1 in today's foreign exchange market. That move alone is enough to tell you that these guys will not do anything to improve the situation of citizens. If 1,500 naira is what you can pay to stop angry youths from protesting, it means you either believe the youths are not angry or you believe they are a bunch of hopeless retards. But I am 100% sure that no one who was going to come out for the protest will sit back because he received 1,500 naira. And APC governors have continued their effort to stop citizens of their states from protesting, but their efforts are not yielding desired results. Niger State Governor Bago, for the first time, got booed by his people when he spoke against the protest. Yesterday, the Kogi Unity Forum dragged Kogi State Governor Usman Ododo for asking the people not to protest, and they vowed to come out massively to protest against bad governance. But the worst speech by a governor against the protest came hours ago when JIGAWA State Governor Umar Namadi spoke to his people. Governor Namadi said something unbelievable to the people of JIGAWA regarding the protest, and protesters from JIGAWA and all over Nigeria came down heavily on him. Before I show you what he said and how Nigerians reacted, let me quickly show you this video. You know, when we say that Nigerian politicians generally love to see the people suffer, it looks like we are making harsh conclusions. Now, it is very clear that NNPC and APC politicians are strongly against local refineries in Nigeria, meaning they have no intention of selling cheap petrol to citizens. That is why they will not supply crude to Dangote refinery. They actually want him to import crude before refining so that he will even sell higher than what we were buying before, so as to totally perish the idea of having local refineries. Listen to former Minister of Communications Adebayo Shitu in this video.
Those accusing him, he has given them a challenge. If you feel I'm a monopolist, come and buy. I'm prepared to, sell the thing for which or over which you call me a monopoly. Come and I manage it. Just pay me and I'll go and sleep. So it is mustache. I don't think if it is politics, it is not partisan politics. It is human and social politics of people envying him, particularly people in NNPC.
Politics driven by economic interests.
By selfishness, by corruption, by people who, before their very nose, are seeing one man who is not in government succeeding where government has failed. I think it's as pure as that.
The fear is that he may become a monopoly in the downstream sector, and he comes with attendance
Has
problems.
he prevented other people from establishing similar refineries? Because, he's not holding anybody's hands.
No, his insistence, for instance, that the regulatory body should stop issuing licenses for importation of diesel and that every marketer must buy from him.
Because he believes Nigeria must save its local economy. If you have licensed him to establish a refinery, why not protect him to ensure that he gets the raw materials for his refinery to be able to operate? It's common sense. He needs protection. The IOCs, the independent,
international
oil companies are buying up all the crude oil produced by Nigeria. So do you expect Dangote to be buying from them, from the IOCs, when NNPC is supposed to be selling directly to him, at least to encourage local industry? It's a pity, and I want to advise very strongly that the president must intervene to protect local initiatives. Otherwise, you would discourage local enterprise.
You heard that. The NNPC is the biggest organization through which corruption is perpetrated in Nigeria. Because, of course, oil is our major source of revenue. And that corruption will be 70% defeated or curbed if our local refineries start working. That is why we had our doubts about Dangote refinery from the very beginning. We knew that the cabals in charge of Nigeria's corruption in the oil sector will not allow it function properly. Because if it does, more local refineries will spring up, including the Port Harcourt refinery and those other ones. And then subsidy scam will be gone and petrol will start selling cheaper. And they will no longer have money to steal. And they will never allow such. And that was why Peter Obi kept emphasizing on unraveling the corruption in the oil subsidy regime. And you can only do that with clean hands. If you are involved in oil theft, you cannot fight corruption in subsidy regime. And if you are benefiting from the subsidy corruption, you cannot permit the licensing of modular refineries. It's as simple as that. The country is being held down by a powerful few, and only a united citizenry can put an end to this. Now, let us look at that speech by the governor of Jigawa State, Umar Namadi, regarding the protest. This speech shocked Nigerians and they reacted angrily. Look at how the papers reported it. Protest will not provide solutions. It is time for us to turn to Allah, Jigawa governor declares. Governor Umar Namadi of Jigawa State has shared his thoughts on the planned nationwide protest, stressing that while expressing grievances through protest is a democratic right, it is not the most effective way to resolve Nigeria's current challenges. Speaking at an emergency town hall meeting held at the Banquet Hall, Government House on Monday, Governor Namadi acknowledged the hardships many Nigerians face, including economic difficulties, insecurity, and social unrest. He, however, said, "I firmly believe that protest alone will not provide the solutions we seek. It is time for all of us to turn to Allah, look at our relationship with our Creator, seek His forgiveness, and ask for His guidance in overcoming these challenges." Governor Namadi reiterated that seeking divine intervention is the ultimate remedy for Nigeria's challenges and the easiest way to ease the suffering of citizens. Speaking on behalf of the traditional rulers, the Emir of Hadeja, Adamu Abubakar Maje, expressed sympathy for the difficult situation Nigerians are enduring, but opposed to the planned mass protest. "We are not in support of the protest. Let each one of us look into his doing between him and God, families and relatives," he said. On his part, the chairman of the Council of Ulama, Sheikh Kadi Bashir Ahmad, also urged citizens to repent and continue seeking forgiveness from Allah for a swift resolution to the nation's problems. They are urging citizens to begin praying. Oh, what a shame. Men like this gathering, and they even called it an emergency meeting. You called an emergency meeting to tell citizens to pray. They have received their own share of the national cake. Shameless ulamas. And look at how his people and other Nigerians reacted. Let's take some of the tweet reactions. This tweet here by Sultan Abubakar says, "Yes, we will, but you will also accept a shutdown of Nigeria as well. God works in mysterious ways." Yes, Sultan here is saying, yes, we are going to turn to God to accept his will, but you will also accept the fact that they are going to shut down Jigawa State. And this tweet by Muhammad Rabiu says, "Accept protest too as a trial from God." That is it. You should also accept the decisions of the people. And Zamba here says, "May Allah punish him accordingly to the gravity of this statement he made." Chai. And Umar Jafar says, "After collecting his share out of the funds saved from subsidy removal." That is it. You are living large, living in affluence. I'm sure he has 2 to 3 SUVs. And you are telling the people that they should pray to Allah? And this tweet here by Faiz Shehu says, "I'm short of words. Duka wanda yache protest haram ne ubansa ya. Daki hanchi uwarsa. I can't stand anymore." Faiz Shehu here is cursing everybody who says that protest is haram, cursing their fathers and their mothers. And this tweet here by Omo Balufe of Ife says, "Now God go punish Namadi and render his children handicapped." That is a protester from the southwest there. And another one, Afobaje of Yoruba land, say, "God punish you, sir." Chai. And Abdullahi Yusuf here says, These are the kind of people who never uttered a word when people were in bad situation. Now, when the people want to do something razzle-dazzle because of the situation they are in, he now says something. We don't want hypocrites in this glorious nation of ours. Northerners are really, really angry. The anger is real. And I believe strongly that the anger in the north is the major reason the government is against even a peaceful protest. They believe it will degenerate into something else. And honestly, a lot of efforts are being made to prevent this protest from holding, and you never can tell. But from what I see, it might be too late to completely prevent a protest. What the government should be doing is to prepare to listen to the protesters. And when I mean listen, I mean listen for real. Listen to them and be ready to bend back on some of the things you are doing. And you see that when you begin to soft pedal, you can also get the people to soft pedal. Nigerians are arguably the easiest people on this earth to deal with. The demands of the people are genuine. There is genuine hunger in the land. This has nothing to do with opposition. Even those who will be sitting at home on the days of this protest will be in full support of the protest. What government should be doing is not organizing counter protest or trying to bring in people to scatter the protest. No, allow people to come out and express themselves. If I were a state governor, I would cook food and drinks and share to protesters. And I will applaud them for acting in the direction of their constitutional rights. Then I will listen to them and negotiate. When you act friendly, the people will also act friendly. That is it. Even if you have been rejected in 2027, you can then live in peace or try to peacefully convince them to forgive you. All this plan to use force will just throw us into chaos. Anyway, let me stop giving APC tips on what to do when I know that they are not likely to ever go that direction. We'll keep our fingers crossed and see how all this will play out. But until then, make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una na I dey here. So don't go away. Don't go.